Okay. So, yes, I'm wearing pajama pants with a nice top. Sada was telling me, my sister, so you're gonna go on live like that? I'm like, no, I'm gonna put a shirt on top of my pajamas and make myself look presentable because I care about you. So, hey Marina, how are you? We have to talk, you and I, Marina. If you're still, it's kind of late. I don't know if we're gonna do it tonight at this point. So, I titled this The Five-Letter Word That Can Ruin a Relationship. And I have to say I went through this on Saturday. And Marina's ready. Marina, I'm sorry, I'm not ready. I want to share this message, and then we're probably going to do it tomorrow because I'm going to go to bed after this. So, yesterday, my son, my oldest son, did something, and I kind of lost my lid, and it wasn't like a very bad thing. It was like, if I was in a more sane mood up here, I would have handled it much better. But I really, not proud. I'm not proud of how I acted, and I kind of, looking back, I'm kind of embarrassed, You want to be a good example to your kids. So my husband asked me to leave the house for a few minutes. He was preparing the table for lunch, which I was supposed to do. But I don't know, I wasn't myself, okay? This is real. This is like real me coming out, okay? So I went outside for a walk and kind of had a little meltdown. By walk, I mean I sat outside my backyard. They don't know. So I came back inside and I calmed down and I sat down at the table and I just, thank you God. Afterwards, I took out a book, really random book. I haven't read from this book before, and I want to tell you how I got this book. I'm going to tell you what it's called. More Effective Jewish Parenting by Miriam Levy. And I won this book in my oldest son, the one I was upset about. I won it in his school auction or something for like PTA. Out of all the parents, I won it. So I'm imagining that there was some message up there for me that I should read this book. So I actually found, like, straight from the first sentence, this book spoke to me because I was really dealing with a lot of anger, and hard to believe, right? So put together, yeah, I was dealing with a lot. So I guess it's hard to juggle everything, right? Kind of like you crack, and it comes out on the people you love most. I mean, give me a like or a heart if you agree that it does come out on the people you love most, not on the people who you see in the store, who you're so friendly with, or at work, or you're like, hey, how are you? How was your weekend? Yeah, for some reason, the people who don't matter don't feel your pain. It's the people who matter who really feel what you're going through. So, chapter 1, the foundation. Learning to cope with our emotions. So, 1 second. By the way, how do you like how I match this up? I'm so proud of myself. So, the 5-letter word really is anger. She writes, my kids get me so mad, says Rachel. When they start, Rachel is a prominent figure in this book. She's always quoting Rachel. When they start fighting, before I know it, I'm yelling and screaming at them. I know I shouldn't get angry, but what can I do? Me too, Rachel's friend Devorah admitted. And the worst of it is, after I've lost my temper at my kids, their reproachful looks at me make me feel so guilty. Then I try to make it up to them by being overly permissive. Yeah, I don't do that part. I'm just like, you shouldn't have done that. Okay, I'm not gonna fall. My ego is a little bit too strong. Okay. Rachel and Devorah realize that by allowing their feelings to get in the way, they are reacting inappropriately to their children. And I remember telling my husband, he makes me so angry. And literally, this book spoke right into my face because they write here. Anything that is elicited from you, okay, that you say is from another person, really happens not from what they did, from your interpretation of what they did. So, with that logic, if you change your internal interpretation, an inside job, not an exterior situation, it's an inside job, then your surroundings are perceived differently. All of a sudden, you're not understanding that as anger. You're not processing this as anger. So what you think determines how you feel. If you think he's not listening to me again because he's not respectful, it elicits all of this anger. And then your interpretation makes you hostile. Really, you're not a pleasant person to be around, and no one's learning from that. Okay, I really need more from this book. Okay, let's move on. So here, if they and we want to be more effective parents, we must find a way to cope with our emotions. Okay? Rather than remaining, God gave us some beautiful feelings. As women, we're very empathetic. We can offer so much support to people. But there's a flip side. There's crazy, right? The crazy emotion, where you judge people inappropriately and you go wild, crazy. Okay. We must find a way to cope with our emotion rather than remaining locked in an exhausting and never-ending struggle to keep them under control. So, in the cognitive behavior therapy that I read by Aaron Beck, he was the founder of cognitive behavior therapy, he writes that in order to change how you see things, you have to break it down step by step and really start the process up here. Why are you feeling this way? What's the thoughts that's preceding this emotion that you're feeling anger from? And if you step away, you have to step away, because if you're in the situation, there's no processing going on. You're literally getting angry that he left the clothes out again. This is not to say that we should think, oh, he's a sweet child, he leaves the clothes out again. Wow, he's a great kid, he's growing to be a great kid. No, but we have to learn that to parent them correctly, we got to take ourselves out of the equation, where we're not feeling like, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of telling you what to do and how to clean your room. I can't imagine how you're going to grow up as an adult. What's your wife going to tell me? Did you ever teach him how to do the laundry, or at least put away his socks? Right? I'm going into that space already. So it's not so much about what... I lost my train of thought. It's probably my son's fault. This is how I get out of most situations. What makes us angry? Anger is a major problem for most parents and is one of the most destructive forces within the family. Anger in the home, states the Talmud, is like worms in grain. Okay, destroying the home. All kinds of hell rule over the person who is constantly angry. His life is no life. I think my husband just came home, which he'll be happy to know I'm learning about this topic, because I'm sure he wants me to learn this topic really well. Hold on. I'm doing Facebook Live now. Okay. So yes, that is him. And I just want to finish up here. There's a lot to say. This is important. LFT, which is not liver function test, as some of you who are in the medical field might think. This is called low frustration tolerance. It's on page 29 of this book. By the way, I'm still waiting for my Empowered Wife book to be coming in the mail. Apparently I didn't order it correctly, so it's still in the mail. Okay. Parents who find themselves frequently getting angry at their children are probably suffering from low frustration tolerance, which is LFT for short. LFT, low frustration tolerance, is the belief that we cannot endure pain, discomfort, or frustration. Parents with LFT demand that their life must always be easy and comfortable. I doubt it. I don't always want my life to be easy and comfortable. I just prefer it to be less stressful and less annoying, where I have to say it 1,000 times. Maybe I'd like to say it maybe 3 times or 2 times. I don't know. But children cause no end of inconvenience. So here's the thing. It's really a question of how things should be versus how are they. How things should be. You expect things to be a certain way. When you let go of that expectation, when I let go of that expectation, I'm able to really embrace where he's at and offer him real parenting direction as a parent. But if I'm coming into it with my own ridiculous thought of what is he doing and how he's not respectful and what does this really mean and everything I've ever done and now the other children will follow. I mean, like, I put a lot of things into that one sock that didn't end up in the hamper, and then my anger escalated all the way to the top. So I really need to step away. So hard, but we do this in the concept when we coach. Stop, challenge, choose. Stop what you're doing, challenge yourself before you act, and choose. What is it doing? I have to go. And choose a better option, if it's possible. Like, really decide, is it better for you to yell at him right now, or is it better for you to step away until you calm down so you can come back into it and really offer him proper coaching as a parent? So I hope you found this helpful. If it was, that means it was meant for you. And I look forward to rallying the women to do the Empowered Wife book, because more than parenting, I need that too. And this book was really helpful. More Effective Jewish Parenting. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching. Bye. Good night.